Hi, how you doing? It's been a while. I filmed the past few weeks, but just not a lot. And then just in general, I haven't been reading a whole lot these weeks. Like in the past 2 weeks, I read 50 pages of Bloodlines. That's it. I've been such a bad reading slump. So for this week's reading vlog, I am giving myself a bit of a challenge, and that is like kind of like a 24-hour readathon challenge. But there's two ways to do a 24-hour readathon. One which is to read as much as possible in like a consecutive 24-hour period, which is something I've done a couple of times in my life and I really enjoyed. But one thing I've also seen recently is to just time yourself when you're reading and then like have that add up till 24 hours. I don't know if that makes sense, but that spreads the challenge of like a longer period of time. I'm gonna try and do that this week. I'm gonna challenge myself to read 25 hours total in this week. Hopefully I can read a little bit more, but like that's the goal. And I just calculated, and that means I have to read 3 hours every day, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it's very intimidating to me because like I said, I haven't been reading. But I do have a big TBR for this week. Like this is the TBR, and I'm not planning to read like all of these books this week, but I don't know what I'm in the mood to read, so these 5 books kind of like jumped out at me, so I'll be picking in between these. So for this challenge, I am deciding between a couple of books. The first one I already showed you, that's Bloodline by Rachel Mead. I've already started this one, but I'm not entirely sure if I'll immediately like jump back into this because I don't know. I'm like, I want to read this, but also like haven't really been picking this up. So who knows if this is going to be my next read. Then I also have 2 Sapphic contemporary books because it's Pride Month. But I have I Guess Shower Wheeler by Casey McQuiston and She Gets to Go by Rachel Lippincott and Alison Derrick. These are also 2 of like my most anticipated releases of the year. So if I can do one of these, I would love that. I feel like reading both. So I don't know what is going to happen here. And then I also have 2 library books. I have As Good as Dead by Holly Jackson, which is the last book in the Good Girls Guide to Murder series, which I am very excited to finish. This also has like mixed media in it, which will make it a quicker read, which is good because it's a chunker. And then lastly, I have The Dark Prophecy by Rick Warren, which is the second book in the Trials of Apollo series, which I started last month and I really loved. So I really want to continue on this series as well. So yeah, I have these 5 books in front of me and I don't know what I'm gonna read. I really don't. My instinct is telling me to continue with this, but then I don't know, I desperately want to check out one of these 2 books. So I think what I might do is like read a chapter of all of these. So like the first chapter of I Guess Shower Wheeler, She Gets to Go, As Good as That, and The Dark Prophecy, and then chapter 4 in this book because that's where I'm at, just so I don't know, I can see what I'm the most in the mood for, I guess. Yes, that sounds like a plan, so let's do that. Hi, I finished reading the first chapter of the books. This is the ranking. So this is last place, this is first place. This didn't go as I planned. I thought like having like even though I started Bloodlines, I'm reading the 4th chapter instead of the first one, this would be an advantage. Turns out that's not the case. But because of this, I am reading I Guess Shower Wheeler by Casey McQuiston. I'm actually very excited to read this because, like I said, this is one of my most anticipated books of the year and I've seen amazing reviews of it. So I'm excited to give it a read. And also, turns out it might also have some mixed media. This is the end of the first chapter. I don't know if there's going to be a lot more of stuff like that, but if it is, I'm excited because I love mixed media in my books. But yeah, I'm gonna go continue to read now. If you want to know, I timed myself for the first chapter trying, and it took me like a little under 40 minutes to read the first chapter out of all of these. So we're already almost an hour down, and I only need to do 3. I feel like this is going to go well, hopefully. Friday, and I'm not where I wanted to be. So reading update. Monday I read for about an hour in total, so that meant I read like half an hour. No, not less. I read like a little bit after the update I gave you. And then Tuesday I read for another like hour, and I'm 150 pages into I Kissed Shower Wheeler, but I also started a ebook called Honey and Issues Guide to Fake Dating, which I'm 20 pages into. And then Wednesday and Thursday I did not read at all. So I was hoping I would have had a book finished by now, but I'm not. I'm a little under halfway through this book, and that's it. So I'm very disappointed in myself. I'm only 2 hours and I believe 2 hours and a half into this challenge, and I don't even have a book finished, and I don't like myself. But I have 3 days left of this week, and I want to make this a reading weekend because I'm very disappointed in myself for not having read much anymore. So wish me luck. Okay, so we've just not reached the 7-hour mark. We're just right under it, as you can see, but I have an important update. As I finished I Kissed Shower Wheeler by Casey McQuiston. I don't really know how to explain this book best, so I'm just gonna read the back to you. A month before graduating from Willow Grove Christian Academy, the principal's perfect daughter, prom queen Shower Wheeler, kisses Chloe Green and vanishes. On a furious hunt for answers, Chloe discovers she's not the only one Shower kissed. There's also Smith, Shower's longtime sweetheart, and Rory, Shower's bad boy neighbor with a crush. Thrown into an unlikely alliance, Chloe, Smith, and Rory follow Shower's trail of annoyingly cryptic clues, and Chloe starts to suspect that there might be more to this small town and to Shower than she thought. So yeah, couldn't have described it any better. But I actually really enjoyed this. I think I'm gonna give this a 5-star. Like, I generally, yeah, this is a 5-star. I just finished it, so I had to think about it. But yeah, this is definitely a 5-star for me. I really enjoyed it. I love Casey McQuiston's books, and this was no exception. I can't talk, I apologize, but this is their first YA novel, but I think it worked really well. I really like the themes of friendship in this book and about being who you are and like other things that are a little bit spoilery to talk about, but I really love like the different messaging that's in this book, and I think it's a great book for teens. I loved it. I actually surprisingly ended up really loving the relationship because the way it was first set up, I wasn't too sure about it. But the way this book develops and like the romance actually develops, I thought it was pretty well done. It's not my favorite romance by Casey McQuiston, but I did still really like it. I loved all of these different characters. I love Chloe Green, main character, and I also loved all of the different side characters. And this was just a very enjoyable reading experience. And yeah, I'm glad I read it. But I'm not even on hour 7. Like, how? There is still so much reading to be done if I want to complete the 24 hours in this reading vlog like this week. I know that's gonna happen. But I also read a little bit more of Honey and Issues Guide to Fake Dating. I'm on page 131 in that right now, and I can give you a synopsis for that. It's about Honey, who comes out to like her best friends as bisexual, and they're like they're biphobic pieces of shit, and are like, you have never been with a girl, so we don't believe you're bi. So she like panics and just is like, I am dating someone, I'm dating Issue, and Issue is actually like, they kind of don't like each other, but like they don't like hate each other, but like they aren't that close. So now they have to like fake date, and Issue goes along with it because she isn't very popular and she wants to become like the head girl, and to become head girl she needs to be popular, and Honey is popular, so she's hoping by dating Honey that, you know, her chances of winning head girl will rise. And yeah, not super far in, like I said, 131 pages, although I think that's almost halfway through because this isn't that long. But I don't know yet. I really don't know yet. Not convinced on it. But I'm gonna keep reading that for the rest of the evening, and I'll love you later. Bye. Hi, it's Saturday, and into town a little bit unexpectedly. It wasn't planned, but my glasses broke a couple of days ago. I had to get new ones, so I went out in town. I also stopped at the bookstore. Got 3 books. As you can tell, they're all Alice Oseman books, just because I needed to like complete my collection, so of course I had to get these. So I have I Was Born for This, This Winter, which is a novella, and Solitaire, which I'm probably the most excited to read. So yeah, that's what I have. But I have to pick my next read, and I don't know what to read right now. These were my options, like in order of excitement. So I should be reading this next, but I don't really feel like reading another contemporary, like a YA contemporary. So I don't really know what I want to read right now, which is an issue. So yeah. Hi, it is Monday. I'm here to wrap up the vlog. I was supposed to talk to you yesterday, but I was so sick yesterday that I couldn't do it. But I did read this weekend, and I read a lot. So on Saturday, my main goal was to reach 10 hours read in total. So that's what I did. Made a lot of progress in She Gets the Girl, but also in Honey and Issues Guide to Fake Dating. And then on Sunday, my goal was just to finish these two books. And I also did that. I did manage to read a little under 12 hours in total, which is disappointing because that's not even half of what I wanted to do this week. But I also knew at the beginning of the week that this was very unrealistic, and I still read a lot this week, so I'm very happy with myself. So let's wrap up the books that I read. First off, we have Honey and Issues Guide to Fake Dating, which I gave 2 to 5 stars in the end. I just felt like this book was very underwhelming. I feel like the characters were very one-dimensional, the romance wasn't really properly developed, and I feel like the side storylines going on just also felt a little bit unresolved, and I would have liked a little bit more from them as well. So yeah, also this is both the perspective from Honey and Issue, and I just had a very hard time distinguishing the two. I feel like they didn't really have distinct voices, and that also made it confusing to read at times. But even though the romance was underdeveloped, I did think it was quite cute, and I liked the two of them together. I just wish, there would have been more of a development of feelings growing and stuff, which we didn't get. But yeah, and there were also a lot of cute moments, and I did have a fun time reading it. It was also a very quick read, so it's a 3-star. I still recommend it if you're interested in it, but I just felt a little bit underwhelmed by it. And then we have She Gets the Girl by Rachel Lippincott and Alison Derrick, which I haven't talked to you about, but this book, I'm also going to read the back of just because it's easier. Alex is headstrong with a dash of chaos and a lot of flirt. She knows how to get the girl, keeping her not so much. Molly is completely in love with the impossible cool Cora. Jesus hasn't actually talked to her yet. When their paths cross unexpectedly, Alex and Molly realize they might have something in common. If Alex can help Molly get her dream girl, she can prove to her own ex that she's serious about love. But as the two work on their plans to get their girls to fall for them, could they be the ones falling for each other? And yeah, this was so cute. I gave this 5 to 5 stars. I really loved it. Rachel Lippincott has been an author that's been on my radar for a while, and I've had her books out from the library before and stuff like that, but I haven't read anything by her until now. But this book has been on my TikTok For You page for a year. Honestly, this only recently got released, but it's been on my TikTok For You page for a year, full on, non-stop. Couldn't be taught away from it. So I got very hyped to read this book, and it did not disappoint. This was such a cute rom-com. I really loved Alex and Molly as characters. I thought they were great to follow. They went through a lot of development separately, but also together they were very supportive of each other's issues. I really liked seeing the different things going on in their lives personally, the personal issues they're going through besides the romance. I thought those things were really well done and really well developed, and I liked how even though they went through it separately, it wasn't something they went in, they did both because they were separate storylines, but they still kind of got support in each other, which I really enjoyed. I really liked the romance in is I thought this was so well developed. I really loved seeing them slowly like kind of fall for each other and like not realize it yet, but like have these moments where they're like, wait, what's going on? And then like the final moment of them like realizing like, oh shit, I love this person. I just so well done. And I really love just how everything got developed through this. And I love the cast of side characters. I love our main characters. And this was just such a fun rom-com. It does deal with a lot of hard-hitting topics, but I do think it manages to deal with those things respectfully while also still keeping a very lighthearted tone throughout the book, which, yeah, I really appreciated. That's my reading vlog. This started off as me trying to read for 24 hours instead of 3 Sapphic rom-coms. And you know what? I'm not complaining because I really like all of them. Although I can show I really like isn't really a rom-com, but like I read 3 Sapphic novels. And 2 5-star, 1 3-star. I doubled the amount of things I read this month and this week, because before this week I'd only read 3 books, and then I read 3 books this week. So I also feel like I'm out of the slump, like I'm excited to read. So yeah, I'm excited to see you guys next week. Bye.